Hey guys, welcome back to Wilderness Springs. I wanted to show you something a little, maybe not jarring, but I think, will help with our future plans. And it has to do with Grizzly Valley, and you might already see it. But yes, we have moved Grizzly Manor. I started to say Phantom Manor. Grizzly Manor has been moved. It's been moved to the back of the land. I think now it is a good end cap over here to the land, and this is kind of going to be the start of the queue right here. And yes, the manor has been moved, and there's a good reason for that. I think what I want to do is I really want to kind of do like you guys were saying and make this a proper dark ride, like not just have it be a facade anymore, you know, just a spooky placeholder back here. We really need to turn it into an actual dark ride. And I think even back there on that little ridge line, it still has very good presence, still pulls you to the back of the land. And then also what I think that's done is it has made more breathing room for the newest land, which is going to be Rivertown Junction. This is the keeping up with the Dollywood style. This is going to be the land where we talked about the water coaster and the river rapids ride, just different things like that. I think it just taking over the old Phantom Manor area just, I think, allows for better storytelling on both sides of the project. For one, it's going to let us come out here basically as far as we need to and not have to worry about bumping up into Enchanted Forest or any of this. And I just think this layout is a win-win. And of course, you can see we can make a ridge line right here with trees and a mountain and everything to essentially hide the show building of Grizzly Manor. So, and then, you know, of course, too, if you decide to peel off to your right, that will take you over into Rivertown Junction. Whole new host of rides and restaurants. Another little caveat of that is, though, I think as far as Enchanted Forest, we're going to end this where it's at. We're not going to explore out there further. This little area is kind of going to be the transition point into River Junction from this side. So yeah, I know it, you know, originally we had some grander plans for Enchanted Forest, but I think I think Enchanted Forest has served its purpose perfectly for splitting up the different lands and giving you a little bit of a stopping point as you're making your decision on where to go once you get back here. And of course, you know, we've got the meet and greet, the wand shop, the restaurant. I have removed the spinning teacups and actually put in your all's new parachute drop ride from the Toy Box DLC. I think one of the first things that I've used from the DLC pack. And I think it looks pretty cool back there. And I think it's got a nice little, you know, verticality to it, kind of sitting back there in Enchanted Forest. And the lettering to Rivertown actually also comes from the Toy Box pack. I love that lettering right there. You know, we might have to get us some new Wilderness Springs signage, like maybe even out here on this pedestrian crosswalk and elevator. But yeah, I just discovered that lettering and I was like, dang, that looks pretty cool. So yes, and also too, for some reason, having the manor kind of over here, it feels like it ties into the land better than kind of being hid over here on this plateau. I don't know, it just feels like this really caps off Grizzly Valley now over, you know, than when it did, you know, just yesterday. But we still got to figure out something with the train. This, the thing about it is this kind of, this kind of almost complicates the train a little bit. I hate to say, but like I said, we will find an area for it. We'll get stuff figured out, because definitely got to have the train. It's just an iconic part of the park. But yeah, so that is kind of like my little thoughts to leave you at the end of the weekend, going into the new week. Really getting Christmas ramped up. People kind of were out like mad this evening. Just people trying to probably hurry up and get their last minute Christmas shopping done. But was just in here toiling around earlier this afternoon, and I was like, there's got to be something better we can do with Grizzly Manor. And, you know, I really, honestly, not just actually building a ride for it, but I was just thinking, like, there's got to be we've got to be able to do a better presentation for it. And I think back here being the end cap to the land is just, I think it's going to work out awesome. And then of course you have plenty of space up here for photo ops, and we may put some little guest services over here before you make your way into the queue. We could actually even maybe work this out to over here be the exit queue, like be the exit to the ride, pops you out right there. But yeah, and then of course you guys will have to tell me some more ideas for Rivertown Junction. That is eventually going to be the new land that is kind of making its way out this way. And then, you know, we'll obviously we'll have the river kind of follow it as well. And we will end cap the Enchanted Forest, which, like I said, I know a lot of you guys might be like, oh man, I wanted to see more of that story and how that fleshed out. But I think with what we're like like we said, as far as the greater good goes, I think you guys are really gonna like the direction we take this. Let it snow a little bit, and we'll go back there and see kind of what the Phantom Manor looks like as we explore back there. I'll tell you what we could do, maybe while I have you guys here. We could do a little first-person walk around. You guys say I never do that. Hold on, let me fix my mic here. There we go. Alrighty, so we got Moon Portrait Studio. You've got the majestic Barnstormer there in the background. And we will make our way over to the very flurry Grizzly Valley. That is just an awesome shot right there, isn't it? Oh, kind of getting rid of the UI takes you down like lower to the ground. Weird. Word. Hold on, let's get back over here. Yeah, coming into Grizzly Valley. That is just an awesome shot of the mine. If you guys are new, we've reintroduced Timberwolf's Revenge. It's not ready for guests just yet, but we're working on it. We're going to get that queue worked on. This is kind of like your little walk up over here, and have a lot of train interaction as well. I just think this would be a cool little area to kind of come back here and explore. Got Bear Paw Cafe. Have a very great day. Hello. Really good shots of the, you know, just coasters all over. Barnstormer, Grizzly Peak Expedition, Timberwolf back there. And remember, you have an entrance to Enchanted Forest over here, so you don't have to go all the way back around. It's kind of like its main little entrance, but you can kind of make your way up in here and get little glimpses of Toad Bottom. I kind of wanted to do a little, like maybe a little, almost like a little boardwalk, where you could really get over there and like look down onto the pond. But we'll get to it. And your parachute ride over here now. We gotta fix that tree. That tree's kind of tree's kind of floating on us. We need a Grizzly Valley sign on the back side of that as well. That kind of spills you out into the land. Got some construction right here. Don't mind that. But yeah, this just, this pulling you back over here. The manor. That is killer, I think. I want to, you know, I know we're not really having a recreation area anymore, but I wanted to save that building. Yeah, this come up very imposing. That's why I kind of like to lift it, just make it, you know, higher than you, just already start the vibes of, you know, this is something's not kosher up here. Back over. And this will be the kind of like a little, you know, the little staging area for Rivertown Junction. May have a little ride over here. Of course, we'll have some trees. But this is just awesome. Thought they might be coming down. Still, bunch of coaster interaction over here. Really, really cool. Love this snow effect now. Like I said, we've got word in to try to get them to stop it. You know, let the actual snow stop, and then, you know, let it just lay. This takes you under the train station, kind of back out into Main Street. Here and check a second. Whoop, I'm stuck. Wilderness Outfitters over here to your left. That's one of the new mascots for the Toy Box Pack. And remember, your ponds and all that, they freeze over. Silver Spur. But yeah, guys, that's just kind of what I wanted to show you. This is what's kind of been on my mind kind of all day. What can we do with Grizzly Manor? That's a cool shot. Thunderstorms. They said they're going to tweak this too. They're going to try to work on it, work on the lightning strikes, but I kind of like that it's dark. You know, it's a lot darker than the storms used to be. Day. So anyways, guys, I was just gonna bug you for a little bit and see what you thought about that new idea, and really just need to get in here and kind of start thinking of a story layout and kind of how I actually want the dark ride to work its way through, and what ride system I need to use. Definitely, if you all can give me a couple shout outs on, let's see if there's a consensus, see if you guys agree on a certain ride system that you think would be best. Of course, the tracked rides, you've got your ghost train, which I like. You've got the powered rotating ride. Of course, we've got the, the trackless automated vehicle. We've got the interactive shooting ride. You know, we could put people on it. It's just a bunch of different things we could try over there. I don't know what you guys are like, what you guys typically try to use when you're doing dark rides, or what you guys have found works the best when you're trying to tell a slow moving, scary story, you know. So I don't know. We'll get in there and figure it out. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. The Phantom Manor, there I go again. The Grizzly Manor has been moved, and we are going to start brainstorming for its actual ride and Rivertown Junction. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna jump on out of here. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you.